YouTube, man. Welcome back to another reaction video. It's your boy Sheep. What the fuck is you laughing at, man? God damn, man. In today's video is why everyone's hated DDG's love show, man. It's your boy She Loves B-Law. Roll to 5K. You already hit 1,000 subs already. Now we just need... You laughing? Now we just need 4,000 watch hours, man. It's your boy She Loves B-Law. Let's get it. Let's go. Ooh! Alright, YouTube. Let's get it. Let's go. Ew.
DDG spent $1 million creating a game show that his fans hated.
What? You don't know if you like it. You don't know if you don't like it. You don't know. Y'all orphans. Y'all fatherless. Y'all are fatherless fans. Nobody wants you. I don't want you. Leave me alone.
Are You My Ball was pitched as a dating show.
Are You My
Only
Ball?
problem was DDG allegedly already had a girlfriend and brought her on the show to mock all of the contestants.
Okay, they always say that they not dating, so you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I feel like they tripping because they know that India Love is hella close with DDG. Now, if they wasn't close, then they would definitely understand. So,
which upset not only all of the girls, but his own audience.
DDG, what's the point of the show?
What you talking about?
What was the point of the show?
And instead of taking his career to the next level and getting to the level of a Kai Cenat or an Aiden Ross, he only had fans hating him and the contestants feeling disrespected.
he bigger than all them niggas.
I feel very disrespected just being in the cast and seeing the way that these women were spoken to, calling women losers, talking about women having a white tongue, or walking past our beds, talking about how they weren't made, or we had empty chip bags, like you're better than somebody.
And as streaming continues to blur the lines between reality and entertainment, DDG's gamble is a cautionary tale that streamers should never really mess with their fans. The show itself started off with very high hopes, and DDG hoped that this would take his streaming average from roughly 20,000 to at least 40,000 for the show, and hopefully significantly boost the average afterward.
This is my prediction. Y'all want to know my view prediction of my love show? I think my kick chat, I think kick alone gonna average 15, 20. In and out. I think on Twitch, that bitch gonna average at least minimum at the lowest possible, Twitch gonna be 40 at the lowest possible.
But this show is a huge gamble. Streaming is a form of entertainment with very little overhead. With all the right equipment, you can make money by sitting in front of your computer. But now DDG wanted to create his own reality show with the same production quality as TV,
because he got too much
but without
money.
all of the funding partners and stakeholders and advertisers that come with it. There are no verified figures on how much he spent exactly, but you'll see from the show that this cost a lot of money. And you'll see from the aftermath that it looks like he was not happy with this investment. The format was heavily based on the 2000s reality show Flavor of Love, where women competed for the love and affection of the rapper and hype man Flavor Flav. The Bachelor has a similar format too. The show was named Are You My Ball, with ball referring to slang that DDG created for my girl or my piece, and had the production quality that wouldn't look out of place on cable TV.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to my show, Are You My Ball? Okay? This is my biggest project ever. Been planning this for 2 months.
And fans were clearly impressed by the level of ambition that went behind this.
This is my biggest production, my biggest project ever. This is going to be the best week of y'all eyeballs ever seen, okay? Better than any Netflix, better than any Amazon Prime, better than any Hulu, whatever the f you watch, this ain't going to be better. Stay tuned 24/7, 7 days straight.
Some of the positive comments included, streaming became reality TV, and brah doing it the right way. Big ups to DDG. This was a 24-hour show, so it would be impossible to be scripted reality TV, but most of the girls were fully aware that this was for entertainment purposes and was fake. However, one girl named Skytop took it to the next level and got a tattoo of DDG's name, Daryl.
But yeah, I only have one tap, and we never give up. And then, you want me to show you the other? It's cute though. It's cute though.
Whoa!
It's cute.
Right.
And importantly,
Got a hoe.
this was the second tattoo she ever got, which many people interpreted as her genuinely falling for DDG. Then there was another
for
girl
sure.
named Bubbles who was similarly very full on, but in a different way.
I gotta tell you something. I gotta ask you something.
What was up?
You really wanna know?
Yeah.
You gonna let me blow bubbles like?
Bubbles? Bubbles? Nah, y'all good. Y'all just stay.
Have you ever told somebody
fucking
else
with
about
DDG.
that bubble trick that you told me?
No. And it was a bold move for me to say, especially like on camera. So I was like, yeah, but no.
Yeah. Can you explain to me what's the process behind the bubble thing again? I just forgot.
Explain to you what it is?
Yeah, like what is it again? Like how it go?
He already know what it is.
Basically, when you give somebody head, well, I'm gonna just say like if I'm doing it to you. So like if I'm giving you head, like you start off regular and then you work your way, your thing go to the back, and like the back of your throat is kind of like slimy. So like when you come back up, it's gonna be
You a
slimy
whole
on your tip,
female
and then I just like
saying
rub the slimy, and then yeah, blow on it.
All right.
Blow
Oh,
bubbles.
now I remember.
Yeah.
He's coming back now.
So stuff like this started to blur the lines between this being only a game show and some of them genuinely wanting to get with DDG. And even if they were doing it for attention, this was pretty embarrassing behavior to have on camera.
the
However,
females, for
anything
sure.
they did to curry favor with DDG soon went to waste when DDG decided to invite what people believed to be his real-life girlfriend on the show. And this was a costly mistake for DDG.
Facts. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He shouldn't have brought India Love on there.
From now on, call me Coach.
Down this way.
Wow. This is like 1,000 monitors in one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, in my honest opinion, man, I'm not gonna lie. He shouldn't have brought India Love on there. I get what he was trying to do, which is cool, but I think I don't think it's bad. It's just the females got emotional because the females know that, you know what I'm saying, she fuck with DDG.
This is where you're gonna eliminate.
This one I'm eliminate?
Yeah.
And this move kind of shattered all of the illusions behind the entire show. For the show to work, the audience needed to buy into the illusion that DDG needed a girl. India's presence was a constant reminder that this wasn't the case. So the only thing at stake now was the cash prize, which was a lot less interesting.
Of course, everyone already knew that this was primarily for entertainment, but when you take away that component, that angle, it robs all the teeth out of the form of entertainment.
The top comment on the video for this episode with over 300 likes reads, "I feel like bro should have let India stay at the crib for this one. After she came, it didn't even feel like a find love type show no more. Start feeling like just content." On top of that, India wasn't very nice to the other contestants either.
What's up, loser?
Wait.
They technically, oh,
She then walked through their bedrooms
bed's not made. Food on the nightstand.
and commented negatively on their appearance.
Girl, that tongue is white. Stop it. Okay, I need to go.
She also confronted Skyrocket about the tattoo and came across very disrespectful and patronizing.
Can I see your side, please?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, she was.
What does that say?
She should have never brought.
Stretch over that way,
He should
give
never
him
brought
a-
her.
It says all.
It says what?
No, I'm kidding. It says Daryl.
What possessed you to do that?
Honestly, for the plots.
For the plot.
Yeah.
So you admit? So you admit?
Yeah.
You're here for the plot.
No, that's
that's exactly what you
the tattoo
said.
Was for.
So you did it for attention?
No, not that. It was just why not? You know,
Why not? So how many other men do you have tatted?
0.
Then she got booted off the show.
So I just say all that to say your services are kind of no longer needed here.
Alright.
We do appreciate you, and we did really enjoy. You actually were one of my favorite at 1st, and then it just slowly started to trickle. I didn't like some of the things that was going on. Like you were just like really in the camera, really into the chat when it was about Moo. Every time I was watching in the studio, you like reading it, doing this, Which, you know, I get it, but we're here to show Moo what we're here for him for. Right. And to me, as a viewer, it showed me that you were here for the chat. And you were here for the camera, and you were here for them to see you more than him. My opinion. This is just my opinion.
So this made the show really messy and confusing. When India came on, she had the power to eliminate people. And poor Skyrocket is getting torn to shreds by India for confusingly not showing enough interest in her boyfriend. India's behavior also cemented her reputation as a, quote, pick-me girl, which, as many people know, is a woman who berates and belittles women so they can appeal to a man, or men in general. And bear in mind, even when India was talking behind their back, the girls were still finding these clips on social media. Eventually, one of the girls thought that enough was enough and decided to dig up some dirt about India's past. One of the girls named Vicky was not really attacked by India, but she decided to hit back on behalf of all the girls on the show. She decided to repost these pictures on her TikTok. In 2015...
you can't... See, I told you, Meep, she did it.
What?
The game, the rapper. I told you when India Love was young, the game had, you know what I'm saying, at the park.
When you have what?
Never mind. Nah, I'll show you. But this is crazy. She should never brought that up, man.
What happened?
Remember this? I told you about that.
Okay.
What you got going on? Yeah, she was. I think she was like 19 or 20 and stuff. And you know the game was like 30 something.
That's
anyways, y'all.
But
anyways, I didn't know she posted that. Yeah, she shouldn't have did that. That's crazy.
She definitely does the most though.
That's true, but come on, man.
India dated the game, and paparazzi took a set of photographs which showed the game doing stuff to India with his hands that most women wouldn't allow a man to do to them out in a public park. Vicky also reposted footage of India with Duke Dennis. India and DDG started to get close at Streamer University. However, at the same time, India was also getting pretty close with Duke Dennis. So a picture of those together, who are contemporaries, was also reposted to stir things up too. DDG obviously took issue with this.
Damn, why would she repost that? Like, she posted India on some weird shit. Like, it's so extra.
Probably won't surprise you to learn that Vicky did not win the show. And the winner ended up being a fairly uncontroversial contestant named Lil Agent.
Let me see your best spread. Take it on out.
And this celebration was very revealing. The reason why Love Island is so successful and in so many countries is that they spark genuine relationships. And people really enjoy watching two people sparking a connection with each other.
Facts.
This show was all fake, and did a very bad job at even concealing the fact that it was fake. The next day a reunion was filmed, and it was actually after the show, when all was said and done, that the girls were allowed to fully reveal how they felt about the show and about DDG. One of the first things DDG wanted to make clear was India's role in the show.
And by the way, y'all, India was supposed to, I don't know if y'all ever watched Flavor of Love, but I don't know if y'all know New York from Flavor of Love? That was her whole point of coming here, to intimidate y'all.
So in season 2 of Flavor of Love, the runner-up from season 1, known as New York, was added to the show to stir things up.
You look like a fairy princess that resides over the pits of hell.
But this idea of having a dating show when you're already spoken for led to the very simple question, what was the point of the show?
DDG, what's the point of the show?
What you talking about?
What was the point of the show? What's the point of your show?
What you saying? We the same age.
We not the same age. What was the point of the show?
What you want, auntie? What you say?
I just want to know, what were we here for?
To find love with me.
You're like...
But I'm saying, it's certain things
he kept on saying
of the show.
You know what he said.
This show was heavily inspired by Flavor of Love. Okay, so I took a segment of his show and brought India on as New York. Now, if y'all got offended, that's on y'all. You feel me? And I get it.
So DDG blaming these women for not understanding what he did is very disingenuous. For the girls on the show 25 and under, it's highly unlikely that they were old enough to watch Flavor of Love when it came out in 2006 and ended in 2008. For those that did watch it, it's also unlikely they remember much about the show. And even if you do remember everything about the show, DDG's logic still didn't hold up either. As Poetic Flocka would point out.
But the difference is New York and Flavor Flav weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. Indian Love and DDG are actually dating. So to bring her...
They're not dating, though. They is not dating. I keep on saying they friends. They probably is doing some shit, behind the scenes, but that don't mean they dating. Y'all just be seeing them on stream 24/7. That's probably why y'all don't see them right now.
A dating show. Yeah, it kind of presented itself as a humiliation ritual.
Added to that is the fact that New York has a bit more personality than India, and despite that they're both named after locations, the fact that she was funny allowed her to get away with some of the things she said. We also live in a much more sensitive era where the whole mean girl persona doesn't come across very well. DDG thought he had this all cleared up, but then got another question about India.
So, DDG, so when she's playing the character, you're saying she's playing the character in New York, right?
I don't want no more India questions, bro.
Well, I'm saying, when she playing the character, is that really your girlfriend?
No.
So is it
That's my friend. She came here to intimidate y'all.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, come on, bro.
So this is where DDG was digging himself into an even bigger hole. India spent the whole time on the show referring to DDG as my man, but was now just his friend on the show.
She can't do that either, though. If he's saying that that's not my girl, but she keep on saying that's my man, it's like, you can't do that, though. You can't do that.
Then Vicky was confronted about her social media posts about India. Many people saw Vicky's repost of India with the game as a real low blow because of the age gap. At the time, India was only 19, and the game was around 35. Some people say India was younger.
Told you, girl.
I personally don't know anything about her, so I didn't realize the age gap when I posted what I posted, so I did remove that repost.
That's cap.
I'm going to stand on the post with Duke Dennis, because if we're bringing up other women's past and bringing up stuff from the past, then I feel like everybody else repost should. I just feel like if we're bringing up, you know what I mean?
But I will say this, okay? Vicky, that was unwarranted, unprovoked. India never said nothing disrespectful to you, ever.
No, but I was acting out of emotion, so if I disrespected you in any way, I want to apologize, but I did watch the clips back, and I in no shape, way, or form condone bullying of anybody sitting down on these chairs right now. I feel very disrespected just being in the cast and seeing the way that these women were spoken to, calling women losers, talking about women having a white tongue, or walking past our beds, talking about how they weren't made, or we had empty chip bags, like you're better than somebody. I would never move at 30 years old like I'm better than anybody sitting in these chairs.
Vicky also made the point that this wasn't simply two reality TV stars getting catty with one another. What really made India hated was that the other girls on the show were not IG models or up-and-coming streamers. These were ordinary women. So the optics of a relatively successful IG model thrashing all of these ordinary women was not a great look.
I don't condone bullying, and I feel as though we are regular people here. At the end of the day, I'm leaving here and I'm going back to working 2 jobs. I'm a single mom, meaning I haven't seen my BD in 4 years. I do this every day by myself. You know what I mean? So it's just like, at the end of the day, we're all leaving this. So if nobody's worried about anybody's mental health and how it's going to affect them after this show.
And there was one moment on the show where a woman confessed that she had to quit her job to be on there.
I lost my job.
That's her dumb ass.
What you mean you lost your job?
I lost my job coming here. I know it's not your fault.
A bigger point was that if India was allowed to be mean to every other girl, why weren't the other girls allowed to clap back and be mean to her? The top comment on the reunion video read, "Letting India say whatever she wants, but trying to silence the lady's response to her disrespect is wild." But with the show now finished, did DDG's big gamble really pay off? Maybe. In a way, the drama of how badly the show went created a hype of its own. Well, his streams after the show suggested that the show did not go down as well as he wanted, and potentially jeopardized his relationship with India.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like, I used to watch Flavor of Love, and I'd be like, man, I never was like this. I never felt how y'all felt. I never sent the hate comment to Flavor Flav, bro. I was enjoying it. I had smile from ear to ear. But y'all in too deep, bro.
But this was essentially DDG trying to tell his fans how to feel. If his fans didn't like his show, then they didn't like his show. Or as Young Don put it,
he trying to, you know what I'm saying, pass the buck, bro. This was poor execution. That's what the issue was. The fans aren't, you can't blame the fans for perceiving the show the way how it's being perceived, right? They're not choosing to perceive it any type of way. That's just the vibe it gave off to the fans.
Then DDG criticizes audience for being too parasocial.
Listen, no grown person with a brain, a mind, a thought in their brain gonna think that is gonna get married in 7 days. I don't know why y'all think that's a thing. Why do y'all think this is it? Why do y'all think I'm gonna get married? Y'all took this parasocialism to the next level, bro.
This is a dangerous game to play for DDG. As like most streamers, his whole business model is built upon creating parasocial relationships with his fans. This is the same person who jumped on stream talking about the fallout he had with his ex-girlfriend and baby mama, Halle Bailey, but is now annoyed that they're interested and invested in his life.
See, this is what y'all scare every girl that I ever get close with, every girl that I ever collab with, every girl I ever do content with, y'all always scare them away. And then y'all be like, oh, what happened to this? What happened to that? Y'all do that with every single girl. Y'all was all up India ass for months. Fan pages, all this other, now all of a sudden, we don't like India. Because y'all didn't got parasocial over some girls in 7 days. Like,
India also jumped on the stream to explain that this was just a role that she played.
A show requires entertainment. Moo has made it very clear that he was inspired and influenced by the show Flavor of Love. I was asked to be a part of the show, and my role was inspired by Miss New York. If you guys have ever seen Flavor of Love, Miss New York was on season 1 first, and then he brought her back for season 2 for her to get the ladies in order. And
He
in
probably-
which
he
I
probably
took
not
my
my-
role very serious. And I'm just saying, I came to play a role. My role was to intimidate, was to poke the bear, was to, sprinkle my little messiness, in which I did in my own form and fashion, which was inspired by Miss New York. So if you feel like it was very nasty or whatever, it was nice nasty. I'm admitting it was nice nasty. That was what I was supposed to do.
DDG's received a lot of hate on the internet from time to time, but usually from different fandoms. What was particularly interesting this time around was the level of hate or criticism, if you want to call it that, directed at him from his own fans. And the
He probably not going to do another season because of this shit. Who knows? I don't think he would.
efforts they went through to hate on DDG and India. As Poetic Flacco would explain on his channel,
right? Yo, DDG pissed off his community so much when he came back and attempted to chastise them, call them weirdos, call them parasocials, call them every name in the book for watching the content and hating, right? So that led to his Twitter community blocking or banning people from posting unfavorable things about him in the community. So then the haters just started a new community called DDG Unfiltered.
and this Twitter community is 100% dedicated to saying negative things about DDG. Some call this a detractor community. Here's a clip where they're talking about the love triangle between India, DDG, and Duke Dennis.
Duke Dennis ain't stepping. That's why I'm going with DDG. I'm like, bro, like, what the? Like, why did? I ain't gonna lie. Now, it'd be different if her and Duke start talking and it didn't work out. Then she tried to.
You think Duke's gonna? No, bro, no.
She literally.
I feel like Duke.
She literally stopped talking to Duke. Duke literally stopped talking to her, and she had to run to DDG. So it's like it ain't even your girl. She still want Duke.
And on another stream, DDG was
What the fuck y'all
visibly
talking about?
very angry at this Twitter community.
Eat my Hope everybody in this chat make $1 billion except for DDG Unfiltered. Suck my. You don't know what you want to be. You don't know if you want to be a fan, a hater. You just on my. You just on my fused. On my fused. You don't know what. You don't know if you like it. You don't know if you don't like it. You don't know. Y'all orphans. Y'all fatherless. Y'all are fatherless fans. Nobody wants you. I don't want you. Leave me alone. Okay?
DDG also argued that this was proof that his
DDG's
show
the
was
GOAT,
a success.
This is how I know my love show is a success. This is making Twitter communities You know what? Just because y'all did that, you know what? I want to piss y'all off even more. I'm finna plan. I think with India, we're gonna do another video game. I think we should do another 24-hour ASAP. What else? I'm finna go crazy. Matter of fact, DDG and India subathon.
So let's look at the numbers. Was DDG's show a success or was it a massive flop? The stats from the show reveal that it's a bit more complicated. The profits and losses behind the show were not revealed, but if DDG did get any sort of return on this, you can imagine that he'd be gloating about it. There have been some videos that have broken down the viewing figures and whether the show was worthwhile in the long run. This post on TikTok does a decent breakdown.
Was DDG's love show Are You My Ball a flop? Well, here are the stats. He peaked at 60,000 viewers, 25K average viewers. I'm pretty sure DDG said something about he was going to have minimum 30K or 40K, something like that. So obviously, it did less than what he thought. 3.4 million hours watched, which is insane. 42,000 subscribers. Mind you, that's in 7 days, so that's really good. And he is now the 7th most Twitch subscriber in the world. I feel like production-wise, just really like putting everything together, I think he did a really good job. And I just think that the reason why I didn't do as good as I thought it would have done, or maybe he thought it would have done, is because he's still with India. And I know a lot right now, he's getting a lot of backlash because, they're saying that India love ruined the whole thing. And there's some truth to that, right? Just because if you're trying to sell a love show where you're the prize, right? And we all know it's fake at the end of the day, but like still, if you're trying to sell that dream, you got to be single, or you at least got to give these other ladies an actual chance for the fans to believe that they might end up together.
But when you look at this graph, you can see these figures in context. DDG has had an incredible 2025, and he was actually doing better on Twitch in May. So if the aim was to keep his momentum going throughout 2025, then he succeeded. But if the aim was for this to take him to the next level, then this hasn't really worked out. And he could have kept up the same momentum without spending nearly $1 million. And people hating on you and having controversies like these are only going to take you so far. Having haters will certainly boost his viewing figures, but it's highly unlikely that haters are going to stick around in the long run. So can DDG take himself to the level of a Kai Cenat or an Aiden Ross? One day, that's definitely possible, as DDG has only really been kicking it into gear with streaming for 9-10 months, not even a full year. But it will be very difficult to do this without the full support of his fans. And if they're not too fond of his girl.
Get off this nigga dick, man. It's your boy Sheila's B-Law, man. Road to 5K. You already hit 1,000 subs already. Now we just need them 4,000 watch hours, man. In my opinion of this show, I fucked with it. I can see why people's mad. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, nigga, y'all don't know what is going on with this nigga, man. If that was his reason why he brought India love, then let that be his reason, man. Damn, get off this nigga dick. But if he picked another girl and it wasn't India, then y'all wouldn't even be backlashing him. Y'all wouldn't be saying nothing. But the fact that y'all see India with DDG, you know what I'm saying, on numerous videos and numerous streams on Twitch, now y'all thinking that they fucking talking. Like, damn. Get out this nigga dick, man. It's your boy She Loves B-Law, man. We out. Ooh! Fucking weirdos, man.